breaking down some numbers here. Substitutions here. Lakers trail by 4. Mr. Fundamentals, he's in at point guard. Also, Jeremy Lin out there. Davis is out there with Kobe. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Hi, guys. Mr. Fundamentals in their last game against the Spurs got down to business. He had 43 points, and he tallied those points and seemed to be seeing the action in slow motion, piling up a huge amount of assists. What a show it was as he put up some really amazing numbers when it was all said and done. Even we marveled at his performance, Kevin.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance, Clark, here tonight?
I'd say no chance, partner. And that's not a knock against him. It's just that he was so good that night, I don't think he can possibly do it.
Okay, guys. On defense, no inside looks. Nothing. That means 1 foot in the paint, helping on...
Steve, he didn't like that, though.
Let's just say he was really good.
Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. He feeds it to Davis. Stolen by Seraphin. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's McCallum. He's got 9. Collison kicks to Seraphin. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Shot clock at 6. Here's Collison. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And the Lakers making a change here. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
That's good.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
Oh, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Now the Lakers on the break. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Lays it in off the breakaway. Now just a 5-point Kings lead.
Well, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
Well, that's the best way to get that early offense, Clark. As soon as you come up with a steal, just sprint the other direction.
McCallum dishes to Gay. Cousins against Hill. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Gay. Rebound the Lakers. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And they were so proficient in that game offensively, guys. Their passing was dynamic, shot making, really good flow to their offense.
Well, they played a very intelligent game of basketball, Steve, and those two things go hand in hand.
The Kings have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
Los Angeles having lots of trouble defending against Collison.
He has 11 points, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
It shows you what an intelligent defender he can be on the ball. He really understands the game.
In the pass to Mr. Fundamentals. The basket good off the assist from Lin. 17 points for Mr. Fundamentals. Kings leading now by 5. Collison kicks to Gay. The baseline J. Hill pulls it in.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they've chased down that pumpkin often.
Stolen. Fast break. The Lakers. Here's Lin. Finished off the break. Lin's got his first basket of the night.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Cousins with a screen for Gay. There's the feed to Cousins. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Lakers trail by 3. Down low. Nice D from Cousins. The Kings have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Collison with it. Now guarded by Mr. Fundamentals. The drive by Collison. Cousins. That's blocked. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. 17 points in the game from outside the arc. And that's collected by Gay. Gay's got 4 rebounds in this game.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And after that last game, Clark, I'm not surprised to see him so hot. He's got it rolling right now.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. He's covered by Collison. No good for Mr. Fundamentals.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Collison dishes to Gay. Cousins with a screen for Gay. Can't get it to go. And the Lakers take it the other way. Mr. Fundamentals passes to Sampson. And here is our 2K leaderboard. These teams have been on fire over the course of the past 10 games. The 4th spot held by the Lakers.
It's due to better shot selection lately, Kevin. They're taking their time to make sure the shots they take go in. Really good self-discipline there.
First free throw is good.
In the second quarter, they've had the right approach. Very aggressive, driving, drawing contact, and creating opportunities at the free throw line.
Well, you know, if other things aren't working for you, Steve, getting to the foul line can be a good place to start to turn it around.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Young's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. 1:32 left in the first half. Outside Collison. Now here's McLemore. Defense is right there. Back to Collison. Fires the 3. And another 3 for Sacramento.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's gotten it going now.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Here's Jinx. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
But he's shooting about 74% from the line this year, guys. A decent percentage.
Kings leading now by 4. Collison kicks to McLemore. Morales the pass to Collison. There's the triple. And there's Gay. That's good on the assist by Collison. Collison's got 5 assists tonight.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Oh, and here comes Gay all alone. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Good work to tack some more points onto this lead.
Those are the kind of possessions they can build on and begin to pull away here.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. And off the front, and in it goes. Mr. Fundamentals got 8 points in the quarter.
Tell you what, despite that hot start from long range, they've really gotten away from the three-point shot now.
And I know that's sacrilegious to you, Steve. I mean, being a shooter and all in your past, you figure you should be firing away from out there at all times. But the mid-range game and in-between games served me quite well. But that hasn't been the best meal ticket for them here in the second half. You got to go with what you do best.
And that does it for the first half of play. Kings lead by 9. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, obviously a lot of ground for you guys to make up in that second half. Do you expect Coach to shake things up to try to jumpstart you here in the third?
I wouldn't be surprised if he did. We came out and laid an egg that first half, straight up. Right now, any change to wake us up would be welcome. But we know we can play a lot better than that.
Hang tough, young man. Kevin, this league is not easy on the young ones.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half.
Okay, everybody, pay attention. We definitely got some stuff to go over from the first half.
The second half, get going here. Rudy Gay having a dominant impact in this game.
Well, he created a lot of opportunities for himself in the first couple of quarters. And tell you what, he was smart with his shot making too. He really took good ones.
You know, points per shot attempted is really one of the undervalued stats in the game, and it's a real measurement of efficient scoring.
Kicking off the second half, here's Lionel Hollins 5. We've got DeMarcus Cousins. McLemore is out there with Collison. Then there's Rudy Gay, and it's Morales in at the 4. Here's Mr. Fundamentals, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Well, you look at the numbers on the season, he's shooting 86% from the free throw line.
You know, his free throw percentage has dropped this year, but not really enough to raise any red flags or become alarmed about it.
Kobe's checked in for Los Angeles.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
Collison dishes to Cousins. Feeds it to Gay. Cousins with a screen on Young. Gay kicks to Collison. Back to Gay. Now here's Cousins. Defense right on him. It's tipped. It's stolen by McLemore. Collison kicks to Gay. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
Well, he had a lot of success at the free throw line in their last game.
He really did. He didn't waste any of those chances when he got them.
Guys, he's slightly fallen off his pace from a year ago at the line, and those points from the stripe have been a little harder to come by.
Lakers trail by 11. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Oh, he misses the dunk. Outside Collison. Passes it to Morales. Cousins with a screen on Howard. Cousins, the pass to Morales. Back to Cousins from 15 feet away. And good on the basket. Book it. And the Kings lead by 13. And turnovers, Clark and Steve, have been the issue for them.
Yeah, it sure has been the case. I mean, turnovers are like missing breakfast. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Why does it always come back to food, Clark?
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Over the last 10 games, Kevin, you can see where the Lakers rank in the league right now. First in scoring, first in rebounding, and they're also #1 getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals. An aggressive team that ball hawks very effectively.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. I mean, this is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Howard. Kings leading now by 11. Collison kicks to Gay. Back to Collison. Pass to Morales. Down low. Can he keep it going? Makes a big high bounce and goes in. And that's 19 points for Collison.
Solid work right there. And again, the field goal percentages. Look at the discrepancy between these two teams in the second half.
Well, you're right. You've got one team moving crisply to get good shots and the other team just a bit stagnant.
That could give him a huge injection of energy, Clark.
And Kevin, that's exactly what they need right now. They've got to close the gap.
Forget about that for a second. How about the burst to the bucket for a point guard? Boy, he can power those down.
That's good. Collison's got the lead up to 13 now for the Kings.
And still perfect here in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. He's covered by Collison. Nick Young on the wing. Beyond the arc. They get it again. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. 6 points for him.
You know, normally when you dominate on the glass, it really shows up on the scoreboard, but not so much here today.
You're right, Steve. Typically, it is a good barometer that indicates who's winning, but not so.
The drive by Gay. And there's the call on Howard. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, he gave the officials no choice there. Easy call, went right over the top.
Yeah, he's got to go straight up when he's under the boards in that kind of traffic. Can't chest first into the man in front of you. That's a foul.
The Lakers making a switch here. Randall's checked in, and then for Sacramento. Grant, he's checked in for Gay. And it's McCallum in for Darren Collison. And McCallum kicks to Cousins. Poked away.